Have you ever noticed that social interaction drains some people completely, while being alone restores them? That silence feels comfortable, not awkward, peaceful, not empty. That being alone is not loneliness for them. It is where they reset, where their mind becomes clear again, where they feel like themselves. If you are someone who enjoys being alone, who prefers depth over noise, who feels calm in silence, who chooses a few close people instead of many, then listen carefully. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not strange. You are not antisocial. You simply have a mind that works differently from most people. A mind that processes deeply. A mind that observes quietly. A mind that thinks before speaking. Most people feel energized by crowds. You feel overwhelmed by them. Most people talk to think. You think before you talk. And because of this, people often misunderstand you. They think you are distant, cold, uninterested, but the truth is very different. You are not distant. You are selective. You are not cold. You are careful with your energy. You don't like small talk because your mind searches for meaning. So you don't enjoy loud environments because your brain never stops analyzing everything around you. Noise doesn't just annoy you, it exhausts you. Crowds don't just bore you, they drain you. And this is something only a small number of people truly understand. You prefer conversations that go deep, not wide. You prefer connection, not attention. You would rather spend 1 hour alone than 5 minutes pretending to be interested. And that doesn't make you antisocial. It makes you self-aware because you know exactly what restores your energy and what destroys it. You don't need constant stimulation. You don't need constant talking. You don't need constant presence of others. You need space. You need silence. You need time to think. And in that space, your best thoughts appear. Your clarity returns. Your emotions settle. This is where you recharge. This is where you feel balanced again. But here is the part most people don't see. You may have only a few friends, or sometimes none at all, not because you can't connect, but because you connect too deeply. You don't like surface level relationships. You don't like fake interest. You don't like meaningless conversations. You crave depth, honesty, understanding, and very few people can offer that. So you choose quality over quantity, depth over noise, peace over social pressure. And because of this all, you might often feel different from others, but different does not mean broken. Different means rare. You are exactly the way you're meant to be. And you share traits that only a small number of people truly understand. You are not alone in feeling this way. There are others just like you. Quiet minds, deep thinkers, people who feel at home in silence. And if this sounds like you, then you are simply someone with a rare kind of mind. You have probably noticed that after being around people for too long, you feel mentally tired. Even if nothing stressful happened, it is not the people. It is the processing. Your mind never stops observing, never stops analyzing, never stops thinking. You notice tones in voices, small changes in behavior, tiny emotional shifts that others ignore. And without realizing it, your brain processes all of it. This is why social time feels heavier for you than it does for most people. You are not just present. You are aware, deeply aware. And awareness consumes energy. This is also why you need more time alone than others. Not because you dislike people, but because you need to return to yourself, to quiet the noise, to slow the thoughts, to let your mind breathe again. You may have also noticed that you replay conversations in your head over and over, thinking about what was said, what was meant, what was felt, not because you are anxious, but because your mind searches for deeper meaning. You don't take words at face value. You read between them. You don't just listen, you interpret. And this is something very few people understand. This is why you may prefer texting over calling, writing over speaking, thinking over reacting, because you express yourself better when you have time to think. You are not slow, you are thoughtful, you are not distant, you are internally rich. And the more you understand this about yourself, the less you will try to change it. Because this is not a flaw, it is a strength, a quiet strength, a deep strength, a rare strength. You see the world differently, you feel things more deeply, you think more carefully, and that is why you may often feel like you don't fully belong in loud environments, because your mind was not built for noise, it was built for depth, for reflection, for awareness, for understanding. So if you have very few friends or feel most comfortable alone, remember this: you are not missing something, you are protecting something, your energy, your clarity, your peace, and that is something incredibly valuable.